everyone, this is Demari, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be doing the weekly tarot reading for the sign of Scorpio. Please keep in mind, it is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this week's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most. Now when it comes to the spread, I'll be pulling one card from each of the 3 oracle decks I have here. So we'll start off by getting the key theme of the week using the Quantum Oracle, some divine guidance using the Moonology deck, and then messages from the Sacred Feminine using the Divine Feminine Oracle. When it comes to the tarot, I'll be pulling from 2 different decks this week. So I'll be pulling the key messages from the Wild Unknown Tarot, and then clarifying with the Tarot de la Nuit deck. Okay. So, Scorpio, let's see what's in store for you for the week of the 22nd to the 28th of February 2021. So while I'm shuffling your cards, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your continued support, so thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings goes up on the channel. If you'd like a personal reading, you can find the information in the description box below. Also, do follow me over on Twitch. There you'll find the live discussions and live tarot readings that I'll be hosting there as well. So, the key message you have from the Quantum Oracle this week is peace. And it's interesting because honestly, Scorpio, the thing that I was really noticing, what was really standing out to me most prominently in this card was the 2 swans and the mountain. So I feel like you may have overcome some significant obstacles in a connection, okay? This could be a romantic connection. And I feel like now you're starting to see things with a new sense of clarity, okay? You're kind of understanding, yeah, I'm getting this crazy ringing in my ears now. So yeah, that's definitely it. There's a level of clarity when it comes to you and your person's journey, okay? So for some of you, I feel like you're in a relationship. Others of you, you may have had a very on and off relationship with someone, and you may even be in separation right now. But I feel like you're coming to truly understand the significance of this connection and the true role it plays in your life. And I feel like that's bringing a lot of clarity and calmness back into your life. So that's good. Hence peace, you know, it's like you're feeling a lot more balanced when it comes to the energy within yourself and also between you and this person. So let's go over to the Moonology deck now and see what the divine message is for you. So Spirit, what is it that Scorpio needs to know at this time? Anything that they need to be aware of during this week with regards to this connection? So you have North Node, step out of your comfort zone. Yeah. So this is it. I feel like this connection has been a challenge for you in a lot of ways, and I feel like it has been pushing you outside your comfort zone. It's making you look at things from a completely different perspective, and it's also helping you to elevate and to heal, right? It may not seem like it at times, especially when you have perhaps been in conflict with this person, or things don't seem to be going very smoothly, or you're just not gelling very well. This connection is challenging you, but it's also helping you to elevate. So it's actually usually the case, right? There's a difference between a toxic connection and a connection that challenges you, and I feel like this is a connection that challenges you and, you know, your person, not just yourself. Okay, so let's go over to the Divine Feminine Oracle now and see what the Mother Goddess wants to communicate. So what is it that the Divine Feminine wants to make known to Scorpio this time? It's funny because I did see this card earlier today when I took these cards out of the deck, so it's funny that this came out for you, Scorpio. So we have Dakini, the enlightened feminine. And the affirmation here is, my gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. Okay? So I'll say that again. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. So this is it. This is like a very deep knowing, okay? Knowing of self, really tapped into your intuition, as it says, letting that be your guide as opposed to the mind, right? Which can play tricks on us, and it often does. So I feel like you're using your intuition and letting that guide you forward, helping you to come to, you know, certain decisions on how to proceed forward, especially when it comes to this connection. Okay, so that was a weird shuffle. Let's go again. But it's a very interesting reading, Scorpio. I feel like, yeah, there is a complete shift in perspective when it comes to where you're headed and what role this connection plays in your life. As I said, I know I mentioned that already, but that's coming through very strongly. I felt that pretty much instantaneously when I pulled the card for you. And as you know, I read intuitively, so that's what I'm getting. And for those of you that don't know, well, you do now. Okay, so let's get into it. If I can pick up the card, that is, geez. So the first card out is the Ace of Pentacles, okay? Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So I'm seeing here, yeah, there is an opportunity here. You're like, okay, now that I have this awareness, now that this is really being looked at from a different perspective, I feel like now we have an opportunity to create something stable, something grounded from the ground up. So I feel like even if you were let me try and speak. Even if you were in an on and off relationship with this person, I feel like you're willing to start afresh, okay? Because you're understanding now, this is what we need to do. This is the focus. This is what matters, okay? This is what we both want, so let's start afresh and build from the ground up. So it's like a whole new cycle that you're starting with this person, but it's built on the right foundations with the right perspective this time around. So I feel like it's a significant change, right? The next card out is the Five of Cups in reverse. So water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, this is it. I feel like you're done worrying about who said what, who did what, who was the cause of this pain, who started that argument. I think at this point you're willing to kind of let that go, because you want to focus on where this connection can take you, you know, and how things can progress from this new perspective, from this new found awareness of what it truly means to you and this person. So there is a significant shift here. So I feel like you're both willing to like let bygones be bygones and focus on the connection, focus on what matters, i.e. the love that you share between each other. So that's amazing. That's such a beautiful energy. Okay, the next card out is the Emperor. So Aries, you could be dealing with an Aries possibly. But yeah, this is about, again, foundations. This is about knowledge of self. This is about being in your divine power, being in your sovereignty, taking the necessary action, you know, not being afraid to, you know, communicate your expectations either, not being afraid to be more assertive moving forward, right? So rather than just expecting the other person to take decisive action, I feel like you're also doing your part as well to show them that, listen, I'm serious, I'm here, this is what I want, this is, you know, where I'm at this point, you know, because I feel like you've put a lot of time, energy, and focus into your own personal growth, and that's paying off massively. So now you're like very clear, very decisive, very assertive, you know what it is that you want, and you're going full steam ahead towards that, I feel. And you're just wanting to communicate and see if this person is ready to go full steam ahead as well. Amazing. Again, using your intuition to guide you as opposed to fears or anything like that. So the next card out is the Ace of Swords, okay? So air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I feel like, yeah, you can see things truthfully now. You can see things clearly for what it is, as I've said, right? And now I feel like you're kind of putting away any fears now that you have this crystal clear clarity, now that this, you know, epiphany has come in, or this realization is really starting to settle in. I feel like you now feel comfortable enough to verbalize what needs to be said, right? And I think also you're feeling it, that your person is coming to these understandings as well. I feel like you're mutually reaching this elevated place within yourself, and also how you feel about each other. So it's really cool. The next card out is the Five of Wands in reverse, okay? So fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, this is good. It's like, at this point, you've been in a few rounds with this person. You've had disputes, arguments, disagreements, not feeling like you're on the same page. But even though it may have been challenging and draining and frustrating, you learned a lot from these experiences. You learned a lot about each other, right? And you also came to understand where you're both healing, or where healing was required. You know, the key and subtle differences that you have, but also your similarities. And also, I think you're coming to a place where you understand each other's actions better, right? Your behaviors better. So it's good. And I feel like now, because there is that mutual understanding, you're not going to find yourself having these heated discussions as you did in the past. Okay. And then the next card, last two cards, should I say, you have the Two of Pentacles, and you have, excuse me, and you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So that's Virgo energy here, okay? But yeah, I feel like okay, I feel like you know exactly what you need to do, and you're quite happy to move on ahead. I feel like your person is still, I feel like they're in this energy as well, but there is some indecision here, and that's preventing them from taking, you know, any action at this point, right? There's like they're at a standstill right now, because their energy is kind of fluctuating. It's like one minute they have the confidence to approach you and drop, you know, move things forward, and then they retract. So we'll see why that is. I do feel like this is not your energy. I feel like this is the person you're dealing with. I feel like you're crystal clear and you're going full steam ahead, using your intuition to guide you forward. But I feel like your person is a little bit more on the fence. So we'll see why that is. Again, I feel like that's largely due to fear, concerns about, you know, repeats of the past, you know, things like that. But we'll get into it. Or maybe they don't even know that this is how you feel yet, and that's what keeps them, you know, kind of yo-yoing between getting the courage to communicate that this is what they want and then backing down in the last moment. Because maybe you've not had this conversation yet. I actually feel you haven't had this conversation yet, but it's coming. Okay. So let's see what we get in terms of clarification before we close out your reading. But it's looking pretty good, I have to say. There's nothing of concern here for me. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. We'll get into that. So, okay, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles here, you have the Angel de Nuit card, which is, you know, a special card. It's specific to this deck alone. And you also have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is significant. So I feel like you've gone through your dark night of the soul journey when it comes to this connection, okay? You've already been through everything you possibly can in terms of, you know, the ups and downs, you know, emotionally, mentally, physically possibly as well. And I feel like now you're coming out the other side, because again, you've gone through this dark night of the soul. Now you see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now you have that very clear vision of what this actually is. You know, you have a very elevated awareness, you know. So yeah, that's why this is now closed out. This chapter is now closed out. And I feel like this person is ready to take action towards you as well. It's just, there's something here that kind of puts them off. So we'll have a look at that. But I feel like where you're concerned, you are absolutely ready to go. There is no doubt in your mind. There's nothing hindering you whatsoever from moving forward. So you're being very, very assertive. And I feel like your mind and your heart is on the same page now, which is awesome. Okay. But it's like you're waiting to see if this person is willing to step up to the plate as well. That's what I'm feeling. Like you're ready to go, but you're not sure about this person because their energy is still yo-yoing. So you're waiting to see if this person is going to come forward. Okay. So clarifying the Five of Cups in reverse, you have the Eight of Pentacles and you have the Ace of Wands. Oh yeah, so this is excellent. So this is you ready to put the work in, right? Putting everything that you've learned into practice, right? Because you've grown a lot, Scorpio. Your personal growth has been through the roof. And I feel like you're implementing all of these lessons, right? All of the knowledge that you've acquired. You know, you're alchemizing knowledge into wisdom. You're using it and applying it practically to various areas of your life, not just this connection. And as such, it's giving you a passionate new beginning. It's giving you a whole new lease on life, right? Amazing. So you're definitely coming away from this Five of Cups energy, which is great. Now, clarifying the Emperor, you have the Ace of Swords, okay? So the Ace of Swords are showing twice here. We've got three aces, okay? And two of them is the Ace of Swords. So definitely like 11-11 energies coming through. I don't know if we have another ace here, maybe not. But still, that's the energy I'm getting here. You know, significant realizations, awakenings, shifts, you know, new cycle opening up. So Ace of Swords and the Nine of Wands, I feel like, yeah, you are in your power, right? You're realizing that everything you needed lies within, that your intuition will guide you towards your true north, i.e. your north node here. So there's nothing to fear. As long as you're following your own heart, you're following your own intuition, you cannot go wrong, right? Following your fear, yeah, but following your intuition, no. And as such, you're like, even though I've been through a lot, even though this has been very challenging in a lot of ways, and I'm still in some ways healing and recuperating, I'm ready to take charge of my life. I'm ready to just go forward. I feel that as long as I listen to my own intuition, as long as I continue to look at things with this crystal clear clarity, I cannot go wrong. So I'm ready to just keep moving. I'm ready to stand for what I want, essentially. Sorry if I sound a bit bunged up. I have real sinus issues at the moment, so it's a bit of a mess. Okay, so clarifying the Ace of Swords. You have the Chariot, so Cancerian energy, and the Fool, more Aries here. So some of you could be dealing with a Cancer or an Aries, or you could have those placements strongly in your chart. But I feel like, yeah, the truth is coming in that you are ready. You are more than ready. I mean, two major arcana sitting on this Ace of Swords. That's powerful, you know. For me, this is like signifying a significant upgrade, right? Through all the work that you've been doing, right? And now you're ready. Because this is an energy as well, like the Chariot, especially with this particular deck. This is like self-mastery. This is like using your own divine gifts, right? To propel you forward, to carry you forward. And now it's like, so what, you know what direction to go in, right? You're ready to take flight towards this new beginning, right? Literally recreating your reality. Amazing. So you see the power of the mind. When the mind is where it needs to be, when it's focused, when it's clear, when it declutters, Like, it's really powerful, and it literally reshapes your reality. So clarifying the Five of Wands in reverse, you have the Nine of Cups, and you have the Temperance cards, which is Sagittarius. So, yeah. This is it. I mean, you feel like as long as you keep following your true north, as long as you stay on, you know, your chosen path, you can't go wrong. Essentially, that's the energy you're coming into, and I feel that as well, you know, like I was just saying. And you feel good about it. You feel like this feels good, this feels right to me, you know, on the soul level, you know, in terms of what my heart is guiding me to do as well. This feels good to me. It just feels right. Like, this is the direction I need to take, you know. And even though it has been difficult, even though, yes, there is still healing that is required, you know, and it's a process, it's really helping you to flourish. It's helping you to, you know, gain so much inner wisdom, you know, and better appreciate, you know, those beautiful blessings in your life, such as your interpersonal relationships, such as your own divine gifts, such as your own ability to alchemize any kind of situation and bring it from a negative into a positive. Amazing. So, clarifying the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, you have the Seven of Pentacles, okay, and the Seven of Cups. So 2 sevens, okay, so the numbers 777 and 777 could be very relevant to you right now. I recommend checking that out in terms of the numerology. The number 7 is highly ascendant. That speaks of spiritual awakening, ascension, activation, alchemization, but it also, on the flip side, can be the number of deception, right? And I feel like your person here is yo-yoing between, you know, planting seeds of intention, taking action, right, towards what it is they want, and then falling back into a state of confusion. So it's like they're in this elevated space with you, and they're like really serious about, you know, putting their best foot forward and making this new reality, this new relationship form with you, right? Putting in the groundwork to make it happen, you know, blood, sweat, and tears. But for some reason, their fear kicks in, most likely, and then they suddenly become confused. Suddenly they feel like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if this is right. I don't know if I have what it takes to transform the situation, you know. So they go from being in their power and having that inner knowing and seeing the connection for what it is, to suddenly being very confused and unsure and, you know, just basically looking in the wrong direction, you know. Looking at distractions, you know, probably through their work as well, because this card really does speak of a craft, you know, an art work, right? So they probably then just throw themselves into their work to distract themselves from the fact that they're suddenly confused and scared again. So that's what I'm getting. So your person needs to work through this energy first before you guys can really bring it together. But I feel like by having a very open, you know, discussion about all this, it will help. Because I feel like part of the reason they get so scared is because they don't feel like this is what you want, or they're not sure, right? There's confusion. So even though I feel like, you know, the answer is staring them in the face, they're not seeing it because they haven't necessarily heard you verbalize it yet. So that's probably what it is, okay? So I do recommend just having a very open, honest, heartfelt, you know, conversation with them. And I think that will help them to come out of that Knight of Pentacles in reverse energy where there's just stagnancy. So I really hope this helps you. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the reading, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And don't forget to hit the notifications bell. And yes, honestly, Scorpio, it's looking really good. So keep doing what you're doing. Have this chat. And I think all will be well. So send you guys lots of love. And I will speak to you soon. Bye.